Hey, what's up, everybody? Here we go again, episode 45 at Face Value. I'm Brian.
And I'm Lucas.
I'm Will.
Super pumped to have you back again for another week. Just keep on rolling through with all the sports. It's different week, same routine. NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, MLB, college baseball, SEC, or college baseball conference tournaments are about to get started.
Sweet.
Softball first round regionals are wrapping up. So a lot of stuff going on. So, but I mean, obviously the biggest thing that's been going on, I mean, I guess for most people anyway, is the NBA playoffs. They wrapped up their second round today, and I know we kind of talked about it, like after I think it was the first two games, we're like, man, like these series are like crazy, and then all of a sudden, like they all kind of turned into duds.
We jinxed it.
Yeah, dude, we must have, because I got the Pacers 1-5, the Timberwolves 1-5, Knicks 1-6, and then the Thunder they go to 7, and then but that game ended up being just an absolute flop. So it's kind of crazy, but I mean, I don't know. Like I think in the East, dude, like I think that Pacers and Knicks is gonna be a really good series.
I think it will be. I mean, the narrative, which we'll tap into this in a little bit, but the narrative is going to be that the Knicks only beat the Celtics because Tatum tears his Achilles. That's not the case at all. The Knicks were going to beat the Celtics anyway. They won the game that he tore it in anyway, and Game 6 in the Garden, the entire place was buzzing. I think I kind of like basketball more whenever the Knicks are good. I don't know why. I like the Knicks being good. I don't have any affiliation with the Knicks.
Yeah.
But as a fan of basketball, it's fun right now that the Knicks are good. But they better watch out in this series.
Yeah,
The Pacers they're just a fun basketball team. They play good basketball. They're very deep. I'm worried. Everybody's talking about it. How long can the Knicks keep this up when their 5 starters all are playing 40 minutes a game and they play 8 players, but they essentially play 7? And I think those other 2 guys get like 12 to 15 minutes a game. But like all 5 starters, if they're not at 40, it's minimum 36. And it's been like this the whole playoffs and the majority of the season. So how long can these guys keep it up? And, you know, does an injury happen to them where the Pacers are just deep? They dominated the Cavs. At no point did that series ever look like Cleveland had a chance. Like, I know there were some game winners, but like they just dominated the series.
Which was kind of crazy too, because of how well the Cavaliers played the entire season, and then just to all of a sudden like you said, like the Pacers, like they just bullied them just for 5 games. Like,
yeah, I mean, I don't know. The East has been intriguing the whole time, which is odd because the East was supposed to be like the foregone conclusion, and the West was supposed to be the wide open after the Thunder. Everybody assumed the Thunder would get there, but like nobody really knew how all the other series were going to shake out. None of the favorites came out of it besides them. I mean, it was the Lakers, the Clippers were hot. The Lakers were the trendy pick. Golden State could Jimmy Butler and Steph. Steph, of course, has the hamstring injury. But the West was supposed to be way more wide open. And if anybody wants to sit here and lie and say they had Pacers Knicks coming out of the East,
yeah, dude.
You're lying to yourself. I mean, I had Boston walk into the finals again, as they should have with that roster. I mean, it didn't make any sense how they fell apart, but live and die by the 3, I guess. And they also just quit.
Yeah.
They quit in Game 6. At no point. Jaylen Brown fouls out middle of the 3rd quarter. I don't know. But
can the city of New York handle the Knicks going to a finals, though? After the scenes, after beating Boston?
Yeah.
Dude, that was mayhem.
It's crazy.
Like, I saw a picture of that dude who climbed that billboard. I'm like, what is going on?
Every game they win looks like Philly after Philly wins a title.
Yeah.
But this is like...
Every game.
This is the conference semis.
I
so
know.
to your point, like...
Can they handle, like...
What's going to happen to Manhattan?
It might not be there.
I mean, I
MSG I think is away from Manhattan. I think in MSG in like Queens or something. No, it's in Brooklyn.
No, not
no?
Brooklyn.
The Nets are obviously in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I think it's.
Is it in Manhattan? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know exactly where it is,
but either way, like I don't think it'll. Like there's no way that's going to be a calm scene.
No, dude. Well, and
it is in Manhattan.
I'm not familiar with New York, but that's the
yeah,
closest.
It's in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Huh.
Right by Chelsea.
Yeah, but if you think about it, it's like, yeah, the Yankees have been relevant, but then like the Mets have been bad, so like they're finally kind of good this year. Both football teams have been absolutely atrocious, so it's kind of like now we finally at least have a basketball team that's good. So,
but I feel like the Knicks though, in every single sport, there's one team that is the favorite team in the city, and then it's the little brother.
Oh yeah,
like the Mets are that, the Yankees are the big team. The Knicks are that, the Nets are that.
Yeah.
The Giants are that, the Jets are the other team. Like it's like a trendy like hipster team.
I would argue in New York though that like the Knicks are New York's team.
Yes,
because they are in the heart of New York. But like in baseball, it's split. Like there's a lot of Mets fans in New York. There is zero Nets fans. Like baseball
just
fans get split between the Yankees and the Mets. I think in basketball, like the entire state is just on the Knicks.
Oh yeah,
and then unless you're from Brooklyn, likes the Nets. Yeah, which even
but
some
even,
of them
don't even. Yeah. But even the Mets, they're obviously second fiddle to the Yankees.
No, I agree with that, but
like in the city of New York, what do you think the percentage is
as far as
Mets Yankees? It's probably 70-30.
I was gonna say 60-40.
You think it's that much?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean
70-30 at the most.
I think the only people that like the Mets live in Queens, near the stadium.
I think it's higher than you think.
I think all of Manhattan Yankees.
Maybe so. I think it's higher than you think, but I think in basketball it's 95-5.
Yes.
Maybe 97-3.
Giants, Jets, same thing. Like 80-20.
Like you think 80% are Giants fans?
Yes.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of Jets fans.
I was gonna say,
I think that one's closer too. I think that one might be like 60-40 as well. Like it's sneaky surprising when you go look at it, but the overwhelming, I mean, basketball, like you're a Knicks fan,
absolutely.
So like the entire state right now is buzzing.
Yeah.
And playoff basketball in the Garden,
oh,
it's awesome. It really is awesome.
Well, and then just to finally be on top like this for the first time, and I mean, when's the last time the Knicks were like realistically really good?
The last time they made the finals was 99.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of
and that was like the end years of what's his name?
Patrick Ewing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
that's the last time that they made the finals, and then the time before that was 93.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that plays a lot into it too. It's like we're finally here. We're finally good. Like, yeah, dude. They better start greasing poles now.
Oh, and when I say finals, I mean conference finals, not like NBA finals. Yeah.
I'll say because I'm trying to think of like NBA finals. Like it's probably been way before that even.
I'm not sure. I mean, 93 they lost to the Bulls. I'm not sure they lost to it in 99, but
that's just crazy. So we'll see. But like you said, the Pacers are playing really well right now, so it's going to be a tough series. But and on the other side, we said realistically the Thunder would lose one game, maybe two, and then for the Nuggets to take them all the way to the brink, and then obviously kind of flopped out of this one. But the West got a lot more interesting, I think. So
I mean, absolutely, because you look at the Thunder, Thunder lost 14 games all season.
Yeah,
and then they lost 3 to the Nuggets, and didn't see that coming at all. Didn't see Denver really making that big of a run. You fire your head coach into the season, guy that won you a title 2 years ago. I thought they might get bounced early, but their four core played pretty well in the playoffs. Aaron Gordon somehow played today. You might know a little bit more on this. Grade 2 hamstring strain. suffered 3 days ago and played 25 minutes today.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
I don't know physically how that was possible. Because like,
Playing in pain.
Yeah, because like, isn't that normally like a 3 to 4 week recovery? Grade 2?
Usually longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to play 3 days after suffering that in a game, 2 days after,
Especially
3 days,
especially re-injury occurring, like making it into a
Yeah,
grade
I-
3.
yeah, didn't watch how he looked on the court today, but just to be able to
Yeah.
even suit up and give that a go, I thought that's remarkable.
So, yeah, grind it out.
Still found a way to get 11 rebounds too. He didn't really shoot the ball, but
Neither did Jokic, but
I'm going to pose the same question as I did before this round. Does Minnesota have a chance?
I mean, I think
I feel like
I think the Timberwolves have been blessed with good matchups. So like they played the Lakers, they were a lot younger lineup. I feel like they just kind of outpaced them, and then then they get put against the Warriors, same kind of deal. Like kind of ran with them. Obviously Curry going out, but I don't think that was really going to make a difference. I mean, I think this will be like the first like legitimate test that the Timberwolves will get to like see where they're really at. So I mean,
so in the games that I saw and just watched a little bit of, I feel like Denver gave the Thunder fits when it came down to like down in the post, like posting up, like obviously Jokic down low. I don't know anything about Minnesota. Do they have that? I feel like that's the way to beat the Thunder. No,
because
they have Ant and Nas Reed.
You gotta be effing kidding me. They have Rudy Gobert. So
Older.
they don't have the offensive big man,
Okay.
or like Denver does. So
Yeah.
like Oklahoma City's tall guy is Chet,
Chet,
but like
yeah.
their force was Isaiah Hartenstein, who wasn't gonna do nothing to Jokic.
Yeah.
But like you don't have to worry about that with Minnesota.
So it's gonna be like a fast-paced game the whole
like
time.
now
smaller lineups.
So it's
yeah.
gonna be
the big man
playing
that can
into,
shoot for them is Julius Randle,
Yeah.
who's not 7 feet tall.
So it's gonna be a horse race. They're just gonna be running up and down the court, and that plays into Thunder's hands for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I still think it's gonna be the Thunder. I wouldn't be shocked if Minnesota wins a couple games, but I think the Thunder will.
Yeah.
Well, I say like the
We'll win the series.
Timberwolves like to play fast too, but when you play another team that's able to play just as fast or probably even faster, that's where it can turn around and it can end up biting you. So
Yeah. Just
I was gonna say
Just a heads up, we have the Aggie Liberty game on. It's the final game of the regional. A&M had
Winner
a
go
3-0
home.
lead, and Liberty just tied it, I guess, this inning. So it's 3-3.
right after A&M came back from down 6-0 earlier today to force
to force the final game. Uh-oh.
Oh my God! If you haven't kept up with college sports, A&M baseball #1 seed coming into the season, sucky season, terrible, good doo-doo, whatever. A&M softball, the #1 overall seed going into the regionals, and we might lose our own home regional. This is the state of A&M athletics. Anyway, so the NBA.
The other thing that happened in the NBA, though, we'll give the Aggies a rest for a second.
Oh my God!
Oh, that's a bomb.
Oh my God! Oh
That is
my God!
That is a 3-run tank. The Flames are now up 6-3. Dude, fun fact. Fun fact. Liberty's enrollment is 100,000. So
100,000.
I think it's like 103,000. Yeah.
Did we talk about their tailgate scene?
No.
How like they don't allow drinking on campus?
Oh, that's not
And,
surprising at all.
Like they're like a super conservative.
Yeah.
A&M has to allow drinking to put up with teams like this.
103,000 enrollment, but a lot of them are online. But
Oh, I was gonna say
they're
like,
making bank.
Yeah, you're making absolute money off of that.
Dang, that was right off the Davis Diamond sign. That was just a tank. But yeah, back to the lottery happened. Do we think it's rigged? Are we gonna
Dude,
throw
like-
that out there? I'm sure it's been talked about a lot.
I mean, like-
and a shot to the head coach.
I've even looked over like history, dude. Like there's different drafts that like it's crazy the way that things play out.
At some point, you have to say, oh, it's just coincidence, like right?
Like, dude, like
But if it keeps repeating like this, because I saw a graphic where New Orleans traded Anthony Davis to the Lakers, New Orleans got the first pick. New Orleans traded Chris Paul. Where did they trade him? To the Lakers?
No, they tried.
No,
to
they
trade the
tried to
Lakers,
trade him to the Lakers. Yeah.
but
and
they
the-
got AD that time.
There was another one that happened to the Lakers, and then the other team got the
well,
first
so
round
they
pick.
tried to trade him and they ended up getting the number 1 pick. And then then this trade, the Mavs
Luka.
trade Luka, get the number 1 pick. But dude, like look, even going back, like the Cavs falling on LeBron, like the hometown boy coming into town.
Yeah.
The Rockets getting Yao Ming, where like Houston's like one of the biggest Chinese markets
Yeah.
in the world. The Spurs getting Wembanyama a couple years ago. Tony Parker's
After
right
all of them,
there.
yeah.
And then this and there's like other, I'm sure there's other ones too that we're not thinking of. But then but just for it to flip around like that, like there's got to be something going on where it's like, hey, do this for us to keep LA relevant and we'll help you out. Like it's just
What was Dallas's chances of getting the first overall
they
pick?
had a 1.8% chance.
No.
Which is like the third or fourth time it's ever happened in history.
It's the fourth. It's the highest jump ever, because they were 13th, 14th.
It was something like that, yeah.
So it's the highest jump up to number 1, but it's the 4th lowest odds to ever receive the number 1 pick. Because the way that the rankings used to be, the
Yeah.
odds were a little different. So it's the 4th lowest odds.
That is unbelievable, man.
Well, and like the problem with that everybody is stating, which I agree with, is that there's nothing done in the moment to prove like that's how the lottery actually went. Like they're just there with the signs telling, opening up an envelope and saying this person.
Yeah,
I
no
thought they
one overall
I thought
pick.
they drew like ping pong.
They
No,
don't do that
they
anymore.
used to. They don't. Now it's just, I'm sure it's just like a simulator. Like you can run on
Quote
any
unquote
button.
simulator.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
See, because what you're about to say is what I agree with. Put 100 ping pong balls in that damn thing
Yeah.
and pull a ball. That's the live.
Yeah,
Live on air.
Yeah, give Dallas 2 ping pong balls at
Yes.
1.8. Give
So like the top
26 to whoever.
Well, so the top 3 get 14%. So you put 14 of each of their teams
Yes,
in there.
Yeah.
100%.
Right.
I agree. That was anyway. Some A&M girl just cheered that we struck a girl out of. We just gave a 3-run pipe. Like anyway.
Oh, that was the second one of the inning, it looks like.
Yeah. What a fucking anyway.
Beep.
Fucking cheer. It's stupid. That's so ridiculous. Yeah. Anyway, put 100 ping pong balls in, just like you used to do it, and then you do it live on air.
They
Because
should
that
even
takes away all the it keeps it, everybody's engaged, but the mystique right now is like, well,
Where's this coming from?
yeah, how do we really know? And this stuff keeps happening.
They call it a lottery, but that's not like.
In what world? In what chance? The Mavericks made the plan. Like, they still had a chance to get in the playoff. And
Yes.
the year that you trade away your most beloved superstar, the guy that got you to drug you to a finals last year, then disappeared, but drug you to a finals, and then you somehow fall into Cooper Flag.
That's crazy, yeah.
There could be a movie made about Nico Harrison's last 3 months, like an actually quality movie made about just this complete meltdown fall, and then backs his way into a guy that's probably going to be in the NBA for 15 years and be a very solid NBA player.
Yeah.
It's absolutely bizarre.
Mm.
The other crazy part, too, that I saw is this is the 3rd straight year that the team with the best overall odds is picking number 4. So, like, in what way are you actually bettering the NBA through the lottery system when, like, the worst team every year is not even getting the top pick and the best opportunity to better their organization? Like, that's what's crazy to me.
It happened to the Pistons twice. Twice the Pistons had the best odds, and they fell to the lowest possible
Yeah.
pick that they Because if you have the worst record, you can only fall so far. 2 years in a row, they fell as far as they possibly could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they're trying to stop tanking. Teams still tank to try to get the better odds. But yeah, like we talked about Washington a few weeks ago being the most irrelevant big three franchise, the Wizards, like just not talked about. And Washington now has the 4th pick.
Yeah,
Fifth,
it's number
4th or 5th pick.
number
Yeah,
4.
and this is not considered a strong draft.
Yeah, they're
So
just gonna still be in the dumps.
Yeah.
yeah, to Brian's
Like
point,
you're just gonna be bad again.
And the lottery.
Oh God.
The lottery is. Oh. At least we're making history. A&M context to those listening. Texas A&M, if they do not come back and win this game, they'll be the first number 1 overall seed to not win the regional. But might have some history tonight. The lottery system, though, is put in place smartly to avoid tanking,
Yes,
right?
yes.
You can't just completely tank a season just to get the best player every year. And that's a good way to do that. But if they're just rigging the system, then there's no point. They can just do whatever they want.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
Well, again, that's the thing. And because I remember they changed the odds even more. It was like, I don't remember how many years ago they did it. Because it used to be, if you were the number 1, if you had the worst record, you had a 25% odds
To get
to get it. And then they adjusted it and they were like, well, no, like now you don't have the best odds. Now
we're going to split it more.
Yeah, now it's like 14, 14, 14, 11 or something is
Yeah.
like the top 4. And so yeah, like it's ideally, it's like, okay, we're trying to reduce even more, but also like what you're saying is it's not benefiting,
No.
especially in a draft like this where it's like Cooper Flag, there's a couple other, possible contributors, but like that's it. I mean, like there might be a diamond in the rough somewhere internationally that comes in the draft, but
Dylan Harper, number 2, probably is the other one that's
yeah.
could be, has a chance to be something.
But again, you're the worst record in your draft number 4. It's like now you just hope that whoever you get ends up. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I mean, I don't know how you. Well, I mean, we kind of said like the way you fix it is like that's how you do it, but because didn't they used to? Because now they said like what the system is like you draw and it's like 3 numbers. So you have a combination of 3 numbers that get drawn, and that's what gives you like your pick or whatever. But then they so I mean I don't know like how that really works and how it helps the teams or whatever, but I mean I think kind of like what we said, if you just put the logo on every single ball and just say, all right, roll it on live TV, we're rolling right here. Okay,
That would make
here's number
perfect
1.
sense.
That would nobody can then be putting on these 10 hats that we're putting on.
They
and
still would.
conspiracy.
They'd
Yeah,
be like, there's magnets in that ball.
Yeah,
you know what I
It is
mean?
something, yeah.
they'd always
Yeah,
find a
for
way. but
sure.
To me, that's way more suspenseful and if you want to make this thing like they have it on TV to get viewership, I would tune into that. That'd be awesome compared to just 6 guys or 12 people standing up behind podiums that they send a representative and the deputy commissioner walks out and receiving the 12th pick will be like nobody cares about that.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
It's crazy.
Speaking of rigging the odds, so Pete Manfred, in his latest attempt to gain popularity among the fans,
Oh, Rob Manfred, yeah.
has chosen to allow Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe Jackson, among other players, to be put back into the voting for the Hall of Fame. So
Crazy.
The 1919 Black Sox scandal. The
I
whole
don't know.
team's available now.
did he really put the whole team on there?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
But
I don't.
I thought
Or not? Well, the ones that
I
the ones that engaged in what they
Right,
did.
yeah.
I guess with those things, obviously there's a time after you retire that you can be eligible.
5 years.
It's 5 years, but after that 5 years is up, you can't do it ever again. Is that only if they're nominated? I would assume. So if Pete Rose gets nominated next year,
So
Also-
the baseball writers are crazy, so they're not going to say yes.
so he won't go to the writers. Like he'll go to like
It's like some special committee.
Committee.
Yeah.
and he's not eligible till 2027. I think they said
Yeah.
is the first year he's eligible, but it'll go to like the committee that elects people now. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
That's not the riders. They have that other committee. So, because yeah, if he went to the riders, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if he gets voted in.
No, probably not. They're a bunch of.
I was gonna say, I think regardless if he got put on there or not, yeah, you go to the Riders, they'll still say, well, he still cheated. I'm not voting for him.
Exactly.
So I don't know what the committee would say in that situation, but
Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's a slippery slope topic, but it's like if you're voting on Pete Rose, the player,
Easily in.
but when he did what he did, he was Pete Rose, the coach.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if you just basing this off his playing career, like there's no proof he ever. I mean, you could obviously say, well, if you bet on it as a coach, maybe he did it as a player, but
There's no proof behind it.
not
though.
at all. Like not at all. So, because you can get voted in as a manager or a coach. So if you're voting him in as the player, then yeah, slam dunk, not even a question. You could argue. I mean, I don't think he's the best hitter of all time, but he has the most hits.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, and
he's
the same
a
goes
slam
for-
dunk Hall of Famer.
Same goes for Shoeless Joe Jackson. I mean, even though he bet on the games for the 1919 World Series or whatever, like you still look at his stats in that series, like he was still crushing the ball. Like he had like unbelievable stats in that series. So it's kind of like, and obviously a great career. So it's kind of like, what do you look at in that situation? But I don't know.
I'm sure they'll both get voted. They'll both get in at some point. I would imagine that's the whole reason for doing this.
With whenever the people in the Hall of Fame, they usually have like a locker with all their their stuff in there, like their cleats and their jerseys and stuff. Is Shoeless Joe Jackson just not going to get any shoes? Like, how's that work? Did he not wear shoes? Is that like the thing? Was he just barefoot?
I think I heard this story one
Like
time.
taking foul balls off his foot? That would suck.
No, they said that something happened one time and he was
betting
either
shoes?
walking to the game or something like that, and like he stepped in something or something happened, and so he had to like take his shoes off. So he like showed up to the clubhouse like not wearing his cleats or something, and so like they just like dubbed him just Shoeless Joe Jackson. Like it was just like some like one-off story that they just made, and then he just got
Just rolled with it.
Yeah, like
I didn't know that.
that's how people forever know him.
The more you know.
But I mean, like, I guess my whole thing is, okay, so these ones got left off because of the betting and everything. So, like, what about all the steroids ones?
That's what I was just going to say.
Because this is always the argument I make.
Barry
I know
Bonds.
Well, I was going to say, we've talked about it so many times. All these guys that, even though they've gone through all this and they play with, yes, they took steroids, they did whatever, but when everybody in the league is doing it, like, how is that any different than anything else?
I agree.
And the fact that, like, it's like I told somebody the other day, I'm like, yes, Barry Bonds, maybe he doesn't hit 756 or however many home runs he ends up hitting. Like, maybe he doesn't hit that many in his career, but that dude was still, like, one of, like, the purest hitters, ever. Like, you still have to see the ball and hit the ball. Like,
Absolutely.
he's probably not hitting as many tanks into the lake, or into the bay, but, I mean, he's still, like, a great hitter.
He was a Hall of Famer before the
Yeah.
steroid years
Yeah.
in San Francisco.
Exactly. Like, so I don't know. I mean, it's just like if you're going to take this into consideration, you need to take everything into consideration.
And just as, like, the baseball as a sport as a whole, that saves the league.
Yes.
They should go to the Hall of Fame just for that.
Yes.
So is
That whole era saved the league.
Is MLB going to reimburse all the money they made off those
Yeah,
guys taking
no
steroids?
kidding.
Yeah, for real.
Like, that should go in just on those grounds alone.
I mean, look at the season of Sammy Sosa and McGuire.
Oh my god.
Probably one of the most watched seasons ever.
Electric.
MLB literally was
must-watch.
marketing the home run race.
Yes.
That was must-watch TV too.
It's just every day, like, who's going to get it? Like, it's just back and forth.
Just ingrained in my mind, just that McDonald's sign in left field.
Yes.
Big Mac.
You know, like, that was just ingrained. I would tune in every night to watch that.
And then retrospectively, 10 years later, MLB's like, steroids bad.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have done
Yeah.
that.
How
Thank
dare
you.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
bad. Y'all cannot get the only honor you can get post player. But thank you underneath for doing that for us and
Yeah.
making us lots of money.
Yeah, the MLB and the Hall of Fame process is just sometimes it's just ass backwards.
And then the writers, like a bunch of grumpy old men
Yeah,
showing their ass.
yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
the things. A lot of
Making
it
it about
is like
them.
they just don't like a player or something.
Yeah,
Or like the one that he was like, I'm not voting for any player that played during that era. It's like, how are you going to leave? So why do you get a vote if you're just automatically writing off any single player that played in that time
well,
period?
that's the whole thing too with they even again political affiliations aside, isn't that like why like nobody wants to vote for Kurt Schilling
Yes.
because his political affiliations?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't matter if you lean left, right, and central. It doesn't matter. It's what you did on the field. Like if that's how you believe, like that's like saying, oh, I'm not gonna vote for this person because of their religion.
Yeah.
That's not how it should be.
They don't believe the same way I do, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to agree with them.
It's crazy. Yeah, I do like that they're a little more picky about who goes to the Hall of Fame because in the NFL they just give the gold jacket to anybody.
I was going to say the NFL, like they have to set a limit for the max number of players that can get in.
And
Because, like-
that just shows how
That's what I mean. Is like,
Yeah.
it's a different type of criteria. Where as baseball, I mean, like
you want it to be a very
yeah, you want to.
exclusive.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, if she would have made that catch, that's a foul ball.
I thought she did catch that.
I
That
thought
would
she
be
did
crazy.
too. But yeah, it's hopefully Pete Rose gets in. It's just sad that he didn't get to see it. That's what sucks.
Yeah.
How does that work? If you were standing in fair territory,
the
does that
ball's
not?
It's where the ball's at.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can't remember rules. I ain't played in a while. Anyway,
Yeah. But yeah, it's just sad that he I'm sure he would have loved that.
yeah. Also, he died last year. Now all of a sudden it's relevant to do this.
Exactly.
No.
Like a slap in the face.
That's exactly what I was about to say. It's
It's a-
almost like a slap in the face. Like, hey, sorry you died, but
Now we're gonna put you in, but you couldn't enjoy the moment.
yeah. So you can't even celebrate it now.
That whole thing is dumb. Manfred just stinks.
He does.
Like right now, they're doing this rivalry weekend in baseball.
Yeah.
Absolute joke. Absolute joke.
Can we just say all of the commissioners low key stink?
Yeah, they
Oh,
do. I mean,
absolutely.
probably.
Yeah.
They just suck. It's like being the president. Like you're usually gonna have people hate you.
Yeah.
But rivalry week, back to that. Yeah, that's the.
Like tonight, they did Yankees Mets, and this is the rivalry weekend that they push. Like, no, Yankees Red Sox would be the rivalry,
Yes.
but instead the Red Sox are playing none other than the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, that big rivalry.
That massive rivalry, I don't know who doesn't love a Detroit Tigers, Toronto Blue Jays series on rivalry weekend, or the must-see TV San Diego Padres at the Seattle Mariners.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I love the Rays and Marlins. That was a great series.
It's up and down the board. They should have called it the geography weekend because they're just playing the teams closest to them.
Yeah, just play somebody nearby.
Yeah, I mean, Cardinals. Cubs, White Sox. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But Cubs, Cardinals is a much bigger rivalry. So if you're gonna call it rivalry weekend, actually play your rivals.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Going back to your first, like the Red Sox and Yankees, like that's an auto. Like you talk about rivalry, that's like a gimme.
Yeah.
Number one rivalry in baseball. I don't think anybody that
Argues
watches
that.
the sports at all would argue that point. So I'm not saying Mets and Yankees isn't a good series, but like if you're gonna push this as a rivalry weekend to play all the big rivalry games, actually play the only big rivalries you have. But yeah, I hate Manfred.
The Orioles been playing terrible, dude.
Dude, that's crazy. The downfall is crazy.
Just fired their or their manager over that. Like
They have no starting pitching, but you have
they're
to
on
make
a
a change.
6-game losing streak right now.
Yeah, you have to make a change.
It's not looking good.
You have to make a
It's
change.
not looking good.
No.
And the rest of that
Wait,
division is not that bad.
did they get swept by the Nationals?
Yes.
Yikes, dude.
Oh. No.
That
Oh
big-
yeah.
That big rivalry.
just about to say the same thing.
God.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's a tough look, man. Yeah, not great.
Yeah, they lost 10-4, 7-0. Oh wait, sorry, 10-4, 10-6, and 4-3.
Mm.
Not
Yeah,
great.
that's a really tough look. The Rockies still holding it down at the bottom.
The Rockies are still right on their pace to go get their 28 wins on the year. So
They snuck out a win, but just a run fest, man, on Saturday, 14-12.
yeah, and they lost 1-0 today. What just happened?
1-0. Ground ball.
Lefty gets out of the box fast.
Yep.
Sorry, we're gonna keep interjecting as this game, as A&M finds a way to get their heart ripped out.
They go
call
7
back.
or 6.
7.
Oh, we have only an inning.
There's another
Yeah.
inning. Yeah.
Oh, I'm over here sweating like we're about to hit a walk-off or something. Jeez, man. I'm tired, guys. I don't remember rules. I don't remember anything.
Just came out the hayfield, dude.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, it's the Rockies, man. And we'll do a weekly check-in.
It's kind of hilarious. Like it's just so bad, dude. Like just
I mean,
Do they have the Diamondbacks
that's who they played this weekend.
for rivalry?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
big rivalry.
huge.
the amount of attention people paid last year, the White Sox setting the record for most losses in a season. The Rockies they're going to obliterate that. I mean,
Oh.
absolutely smash that record if they stay on this pace.
They might have that record set in August.
Somehow, yeah, dude.
Honestly,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
because the White Sox lost 122,
Mm-hmm.
and rightfully were deemed one of the worst teams of all time. Yeah, the Rockies might lose 134.
134 games, what they're on pace for right now.
I mean, amazing. It's happened in back-to-back years.
Yeah.
And
Interesting.
The Orioles actually have the fourth worst record in the league right now.
Yeah, I don't think
15 and
I don't think
30.
they're bringing that back. I think our
I mean,
picks
minus
Tough look for
I think
our
our
picks,
picks are
Lucas.
done.
a minus 85 run differential.
That's
in-
insane
in
with all that
45
talent.
games. Yes.
Hey, maybe they'll break it down and the Astros can grab an outfielder.
Hey, I would take that.
They got plenty of them.
Yeah. No, I would take that for sure.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that I heard. Aren't the Rockies on pace to have over a 500 run differential?
So they're at minus 144 right now.
That would
About
If
25%
if
through
it
the
were
year.
to carry on, I think it was like almost 500
If
runs
they found
was
if,
the pace.
So
that
if
were
they
at.
stayed on this exact pace right now, they would be pushing between 500 and 600 run differential.
is-
Because I thought the White Sox last year were in the 300s, and they're on pace for over
that
5.
is impressive.
Like you have to try to do that,
That-
almost. Do like
I've never even that number's never crossed my mind
No.
for a run differential in a season.
No.
I want to see it happen because that would just be.
That's
I do
kind of
too.
that's why I want to check on this weekly because this is something. I mean, we're pushing Memorial Day weekend, fellas. They don't have 10 wins. Like,
No.
that's
Yeah.
actually crazy.
I mean, just in May alone, they've lost 8-0, 21-0, 11-1.
That'll do a number to the run differential.
10-2. Like there's games they're losing by like 8 between
Oh, is
8
that
and
gone?
21 runs.
Oh, it looked a lot better off the bat,
dude,
didn't it?
yeah.
Hey,
Uh,
and cameras played you.
It
One
did.
run game.
It did. I thought that was going to left center.
But let's stay on baseball. So the SEC wrapped up. Texas are the SEC champions. The tournament starts on Tuesday. Should be pretty good. The tournament doesn't matter unless you're a team that needs to get in. I think pretty much the field's for the most part set.
It looked like a pretty solid bracket from what I saw. Too.
Yeah, it does. Man, if you get one of the first 4 buys, like the double buy on
Yeah.
Friday, you are at such a big advantage because the pitching staffs that are going to have to play on Tuesday, Wednesday,
Yes.
Thursday, going into Friday, like
So you
that's
play every day.
not every day. So
But like, there's not very much break between.
no, like you start on Tuesday and then the top 4 seeds are just sitting there until Friday with their
Okay.
ace ready to go and a
Yeah.
completely rested pitching staff. So that starts, and then obviously conference tournaments have been going on. I think the Southland's done, I believe. I think UTRGV were like the favorites there. They played it down in
So
the
there's
valley.
some that have already been going on.
Yeah. But yeah, the field, like the top 16 seeds, for sure the top 8 seeds are not completely locked up, but we know quite a few. Obviously, Texas is going to get one.
LSU.
They're talking about LSU pretty much has one locked up. Vanderbilt.
They're number 1 right now, right?
LSU?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
But Texas will get the number 1 overall seed. For sure.
you think so?
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
Because a better record.
Yeah.
I don't think they don't really take polls into consideration with that.
I
It's-
got you.
It's just
RPI, that's what they look at.
a lot of RPI for sure. But no, Texas first year in the SEC wins the conference. Schloss after winning had some remarks that I thought was asinine.
What did he say?
He literally came out and said, winning the regular season in the SEC is more difficult than winning a national championship.
Oh, that's why you made that comment earlier.
Absolute. Like, dude, you haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
Like, going to Omaha and winning that tournament with the best 8 teams in the country is a lot more difficult than winning in the regular season in the SEC. Like, you're not at home. You have to struggle through pitching if you lose a game. Like, your depth gets tested in the NCAA tournament more than anything.
Absolutely.
There's no chance he was serious. Like, I think he just said that because they did that. They won the SEC.
Like the only way you can actually make that statement and have any merit to it is if you've won 2 national titles but have never won a conference title.
Yeah.
That's the only way you could even remotely make that
It's
statement.
crazy. And honestly, going back to the number 1 overall seed, I hope LSU doesn't get the number 1 overall seed. The number 1 overall seed in college baseball hasn't won the national title since '99.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm good. Give it to Texas.
They're
But in either way, like Texas's history in baseball, like winning the SEC, who gives a shit?
oh, for
You know what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
your aspirations are to win national championships.
Yeah.
Like that's what you're there for. You've won what, 6? Have they won 6?
6, yeah.
Like
But not since 05?
it's
Yeah,
been a
05 was
minute.
the last
It's been
one,
it's been
yeah.
a minute. It's been 20 years. I think they lost in 09 to LSU
Lost in 09, then they lost.
in the
I
final.
mean, they've made it to the World Series a couple more
Yeah,
times.
oh,
but
yeah.
Yeah.
They hold the record for most appearances in
Yeah,
Omaha
yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure.
But like, you're there to win a title, you know. I don't know. It all play out for sure. And next Sunday they'll have the selection show or whatever, just to kind of see.
Yeah,
where
it's just
everybody's
it is an interesting thought to say like, oh well, we've already gone through the hardest part of our schedule. Like,
going. No,
He's gonna have to eat a little crow if they like lose their regional.
I mean they
Yeah.
should walk their regional, with it being at Texas. Like that's a huge. I think they'll probably get like UTSA in there as their 2 seed. They should. UTSA is a very good baseball team though.
Are they
this
really?
year. Oh yeah, they're really good this year.
they might get like Troy in there.
That's a tough out too. Like
Yeah.
I mean, it's not guaranteed, but
No,
He's got a history of saying some outlandish things. So
I'm just like, dude, like
does he?
yeah, it sure does. Just some crazy things, real crazy stuff.
yeah. But it should be fun. I love whenever the tournament starts, and yeah, it's a really good time. But no, congrats to Texas as well, winning another championship too today.
That's right.
They won the PGA Championship,
Yep.
so they're gonna hang that banner as
Put
well.
it in the trophy rack.
Yep, Scotty with another one. A lot of people on Twitter saying today is a burnt orange day because Scotty won. Yeah, like Stanford. Stanford has a lot of titles with Tiger Woods.
Yeah, dude.
Um,
wonder if they have a lot of banners hung up.
I mean, they should. But like, no offense, Will. That's such an Aggie thing to do. You know?
Yeah.
Like that's such an Aggie. Like why? Like why would I don't know.
Yeah. Does a single person remember Scotty Scheffler playing golf at Texas?
No.
I don't.
I
don't watch college golf. I mean, he's a very good pro.
I love
Very
the
fun to
PGA,
watch.
Yeah.
But like, don't know a single highlight of him playing golf at Texas.
No.
So
Did he win a national title at Texas? I don't know.
I have no idea.
couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Couldn't. There's actually no way of knowing.
Well, there's a way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Because he's a really good golfer. But
Crazy final round. Did y'all catch any of that?
I caught some of it.
He has not won a national championship in
No.
Texas.
I guess it's harder to win a college national
However,
title than
It is.
to win a-
It is. It's hard to
However,
measure.
he won the PGA championship, which is not in Texas.
Mm,
That's what AI is telling me right here.
got it.
No, it was
Yeah, it-
North Carolina this time.
Yeah. No, yeah, it is, like you said, it is more difficult to win a national title in college than it is to win in the PGA. Schloss. Freaking idiot, man.
Yeah, crazy final round though.
I watched some of it. I was watching Bryce. I wanted Bryson to win. Dude, I freaking love that guy.
Bryson, unbelievable off the tee today.
Yeah.
Couldn't putt.
No.
Just couldn't find his putter at all.
No.
Really couldn't chip either.
Yeah, I was going to say his short game in general.
Kind of the same thing that happened in the
But
Masters,
man,
right?
He was piping
Well,
some today though. Just
The Masters, his irons were off bad.
Yeah.
Like, whenever he dunked it in the water on that.
mostly just the final round.
Yeah, for sure. But, I mean, it was down to the wire for the most part until Scotty ran away with it at the end.
Well, Scotty really.
Choked it away, yeah.
So Scotty's his first 9 holes, he pulled 8 of them left
Yeah.
off the tee.
Yeah.
8 of the first 9 pulled left.
Oof.
Just and got a couple times got out of some jams.
Yeah, on
Got
that
some
par
lucky
5.
breaks.
Yeah, on that par 5. It sat up good on the rough, and he punched it back into the fairway and was able to save par.
But the back 9, man,
Yeah.
he made a switch at 10
Yeah.
and just started playing unbelievable golf. And then John Rahm fell apart on 16, 17, 18, as did a lot of people. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a tough stretch.
Well, because
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
he 5 strokes coming into the day?
No, he's 3.
3, and then I know he got tied, and then he ended up winning by
But
5.
yeah,
so.
at one point at one point he had a 5-stroke lead, and then immediately in a blink of an eye it was tied. Rahm and him were tied at 9-9.
Yeah.
Oh dang.
Not both at 9 under. Rahm going to the 12th tee, I think, and then you blinked again and Scotty's 12 under, and there's a pack at 6 under,
Should've
just in
turned
the
it
blink
on.
of an eye.
Yeah.
You know? So, but yeah, I mean, I love all the majors. I love PGA in general, but this felt like such a non-major.
Yeah.
Just like there's such a big gap between the top 3 majors of the PGA. In my opinion, the Players has already passed it up 100%, and the FedEx Cup has passed it up, the championship. I know guys get up for the FedEx Cup because you have so much money on the line.
Yeah.
But the Players Championship has a much bigger following now than the PGA does.
You think?
I do. Like, people tune in because it's a major, but I felt like the Players Championship had way more buzz. And, like, the fans at this was just,
Yeah.
and, like, Scotty didn't really get cheered until the 18th.
Yeah.
Like, it was almost like they didn't really want him to win. Like, he wasn't the fan favorite to win until it was inevitable that he was going to.
Yeah, the problem with the Players, though, is, like, you don't have people like Bryson and stuff in it as
Agreed.
well.
Agreed. But it's just, it's a major. But, like, even, like, the hype coming into the week, like, there really wasn't any hype at all about
Yeah.
the PGA Championship happening this week. If you're just a casual, you probably didn't really know about it until maybe the weekend. Like, oh, crap,
Yeah.
it's going on.
I didn't know about it until today, honestly.
Exactly. Like,
Oh, I was betting on it.
but like the Masters, we knew like 3 weeks before.
Oh
the
yeah, the
Masters
hyping it
up.
up and everything. Yeah.
It'll be the same thing with the Open. Like
Yeah.
the commercials will be coming
But nothing.
of the bridge. You know.
But nothing compares to the Masters. Like, it's just not even close.
Agreed, but I just like the fall off to me is
Yeah.
crazy between the top 3, and it's Masters, small gap. I don't know. You can argue. I don't know where y'all rank 2, 3.
I think there's a big gap from the Masters to everything else.
No, I agree.
Yeah,
I mean, just as
but
far as
I
the
think,
hype around
I think the
everything, I
gap's
mean-
bigger between 3 and 4 than that is between 1 and 2.
You think?
I think the PGA just doesn't matter at all to people. Like nobody, like again, you didn't even know what's happening.
The U.S. Open is
You will know when the U.S. Open's happening. You will know when the Open's happening.
Yeah.
Right.
It's hard to watch the Open because the time change. The
Yeah.
time it's hard to watch it, but you still follow it. Like again,
The Ryder Cup is huge this
massive.
year too.
I just think the PGA is just kind of, like, especially when it was in August, because all the hypes have already passed by. Like you really didn't think about it when it was in August. I think
Yeah.
putting it in May, they were trying to pep it up some. Like,
Yeah.
but it's almost doing it a disservice as well because people are still coming down from the Masters.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I wonder if that's kind of why they moved it. Is like, you know, people are still hyped after the Masters, so now we'll roll into the next one. But then, like you
Yeah,
said,
maybe
too,
it
it's
could
kind of
be
like
both.
now it's kind of a lull because I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Just I was surprised at the lack of.
Coverage and everything.
Yeah, I mean, just the whole thing. But still, I mean, I enjoy watching golf. I enjoy watching majors specifically. So Scotty's on top, number one. I don't know if
Means the University of Texas on top.
That's right.
yeah.
Presidential Cup champs too. In the SEC, they had the most points
There you go.
in all the sports.
On
all
track.
of them. Yeah, they won that too. I don't know if you saw that.
Well, I saw that they were on track to win it. Like I think Stanford was number 2.
Oh, there's like one in the SEC. They do. They won that.
Oh,
in the SEC.
I was say like I was talking about
'Cause
the
they have,
national
a,
one.
they have a really good diving and rowing team and tennis team and badminton team and just got it all, man.
Oh, was it on Quidditch?
Yeah, they actually do, dude. I'm serious. They're like,
Does that all play into that? I doubt it.
I doubt Quidditch.
I think Quidditch is probably club. I don't think.
I'll say
If-
where.
if-
I'll
if
say where's the
Quidditch-
line
I
drawn?
think that's
Quidditch
NCAA
does-
sponsored.
Yeah, it has to be NCAA sponsored events.
You never know, man.
If Quidditch was in there, we'd be in trouble because Texas is a powerhouse.
Hey, Texas State got a pretty
They
solid
used to be
Quidditch team.
good.
Yeah, I don't know if they still are or not.
Couldn't tell you. Saw them practicing all the time.
You haven't been following the Quidditch team, dude?
I unfollowed them a few years ago.
You remember we used to watch the rugby team out over there by the rec?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a different world. Of
Yeah. What a time.
Speaking of getting down and dirty, did you hear about Antonio Brown over the weekend?
Dude, I did actually.
That's hilarious.
I don't even know.
Like,
I guess I'm just old, so I don't know all these YouTubers or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess Aiden Ross had a fight or something. I guess a
don't know.
YouTube boxing event. I don't know, like Jake Paul kind of thing.
yeah, it just said like a celebrity boxing event.
Yeah, or
but-
something. And someone's trying to steal his gold chain,
yeah.
and so he took out a gun and just did some desk pops.
When you see the video, like they're trying to like tackle him, and like one dude falls, he just like starts kicking him on the ground.
I didn't
like,
see that.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's pops.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Hey, he got released though. He's claiming that he was not arrested. So
yeah. I think he was claiming self-defense too.
All he has to do is just claim insanity. No, everybody would buy that.
Yeah,
CT ESPN, dude.
Yeah.
Like, he's like,
I love it, man.
He hadn't been in the news in a while. He had to find a way to get himself back in. He
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
been laying low.
Yeah.
should be having the second annual ESPN Awards coming pretty soon.
The CT ESPYs.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
yeah, dude. That dude's wild, man. Like,
Dude, he's a must follow though.
oh yeah,
On
the stuff
Twitter.
that he puts is absolutely hilarious. Like,
God,
just makes fun of everybody.
it's great.
He's like the South Park of social media.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep, just makes fun of everyone. It's
Yeah.
great.
Unhinged. Good stuff.
He is definitely unhinged.
yes. Other than that, I mean, there's not a whole lot more going on.
No,
NFL's in a dry period right now. No big signings or anything going on currently.
Yeah.
So
The only NFL thing I've even really been keeping up with, like,
Saints dumpster fire.
No,
schedule release.
Oh yeah, we did have schedule release.
Oh, speaking of that, Dallas has a brutal stretch.
Yes, there's like a 6-game stretch where
I think they said. I think
where they were playing in.
I think they said something where no team has ever faced a 4-game stretch of previous year 11 wins.
6.
Is it 6 in a row?
6-game streak. Yes.
Did the Vikings win 11 games?
Yeah, they got the
Yeah, oh,
number
yeah.
5. They won 14-3 last year.
Oh wow. Yeah, so it was like you have Kansas City, Philly,
It's Philly,
Lions.
Kansas City, Detroit, Minnesota, the Chargers, and then Washington.
Yeah.
6 games in a row.
With
KC's
11.
on Thanksgiving, right?
Yes.
That's
The-
gonna,
so
that's
the-
gonna be pretty awesome.
So the NFL has decided that they want to ruin my Thanksgiving and Christmas this year by scheduling the Chiefs for Thanksgiving and scheduling the Commanders in Washington on Christmas Day.
But you again, we don't have to get too in depth with the NFL stuff because we're gonna preview that later down the road.
Yeah.
But surely the Commanders take a step back. Like Jaden Daniels, while he had a great rookie year, does he do it again? Like,
I mean, there's definitely going to be a step back, but
no, like doing that again would be unbelievable.
I mean, they do have a great defense. They have a great coach.
Yeah.
I mean,
True.
they've got good weapons on the offensive side. I mean, Jaden Daniels doesn't have to play to the level he played this last year.
Just carrying them.
But if he can just keep kind of like what Stroud did, where if he can just like maintain the offense, keep things rolling, like I think that they can.
Stroud
still
took a step back though.
yeah, but
Him and Bobby did not jive this year like they did in year one.
yeah, but still, like he was able to do enough to like
Yeah.
still get them to where they need to be.
Still won a playoff game.
And they were in a terrible division that helped too. So
Yeah.
Whereas like the Cowboys, it's like the Eagles are obviously the favorites. Then there's the Commanders. It just depends on them.
Commanders were also in a terrible division outside of Philly.
Yes, no, I agree.
But on that 6-game stretch, what would be a win? Like going 2-4? Like, would you be happy at 2-4? With
You got to go 500 if you want to
So-
do anything this season. You got to go 500.
So I think they'll beat
yeah,
the.
but
so,
you also play the Giants twice. You should.
so
be
like
good
my
there.
prediction was 10-7, which we'll go through all the preview later, or whatever.
Yeah.
But like the Vikings, they should win that one. Like the Chargers, they should win that one. I mean, I think there was one.
Dude, you got rolled by the Saints last year.
Well, yeah, but that was when the Saints were on historic pace and they were going to win the Super Bowl.
They still might next year. Dude.
Yeah, but best offense in the NFL. Remember?
I did.
Through week 2, yeah.
Dude, the Saints, they did come out and say the Saints, they're only favored in one game next year. That's
Who's
against
it
the
against?
Jets. The Jets. Yeah.
Dude, the Jets are going to be bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah. But, so 10-7 is what you got?
I predicted 10-7.
Yeah.
There's-
So you're expecting go 500 during that stretch?
I think it was like 2-4, I think.
2-4? Yeah, so you'd be good with
Like
2-4.
lose to the Chiefs, lose to the Eagles, lose to the Lions, and lose to the Commanders was like what I had.
Yeah.
So, but like the front side of their schedule is very favorable.
Yeah.
And I mean like,
But you got to stack wins. Like,
And I also
'cause if you
think-
don't stack wins going into that stretch, that's going to be a tough.
100%. Yeah. Then when they become must wins, like that's when it
Yeah.
gets tough. But like also like one thing that helps them is that they play the Eagles week 1 in Philly.
Mm.
So like it's not a December game in Philadelphia. It's cold.
Yeah.
The fans are going to be like insane. Like they're going to be insane anyway.
Yeah.
But like it's not going to have the same magnitude because like it's week 1.
Yeah.
So I mean I was actually happy that they did that. I also think it's kind of crazy that they gave the Cowboys the second most primetime games this coming year behind the Chiefs. Like which I mean I get it. Like it's still the popular teams.
America's team.
Guess how many primetime games the Saints got?
Probably none.
0.
I
I
was
was
gonna
gonna
say -1 actually. They might like
0.
Am I
They're
just-
going to be blacked out.
No,
Mike.
no, they're going to be all Thursday games.
Oh.
Oh, dude. Tough scenes.
A&M has just been eliminated.
Dude, it's just softball, man.
not that I really care, but like we just gotta quit doing things to ourselves. Like, you just gotta quit, man.
Yeah.
Baseball, we had to suffer through this entire baseball season. The only silver lining was, well, hey, softball's fun, so we can pivot. We lose a regional. After having a 3-1 lead, you give up 5 runs in the 6th. I just
Yeah, this might be the most Aggie 12-month period ever.
seriously.
Dude, but
That's
honestly,
what football does.
No,
Build
but-
you up and tear you down.
No, but they did win. They did win the conference. It's harder to win the conference
You're right.
than winning a national championship, dude.
You're
So-
right.
So you got the conference title.
Well, we didn't actually win it.
I would say they actually didn't win the
We
They're
conference.
split it. We co.
co-champions, so it's hard.
No,
Yeah.
Oklahoma won the conference.
Oh.
Oklahoma won the regular season.
Oh,
we were
well,
yeah.
we were co-tournament champs. So
See, so it was. It is
so
harder.
We do get to add a co-conference champion
Banner.
trophy
Hang
to
the
the
banner.
Hell yeah.
You can put it right over where that dent is, where that Liberty chick hit the home run.
I was gonna say we might as well hang it in Kyle Field too. So at least there's something hanging in Kyle Field.
Oh god,
Yeah.
dude. Speaking of Kyle Field, I don't know who I was looking on Facebook, just scrolling. Someone they have like a pool right next to Kyle Field, like he was like swimming in a pool. I'm not kidding.
What?
There's like it's like a whole setup, like a stage, like a swimming pool. I don't know if this
I
is
have never noticed this.
it's like a new thing. I don't know. See if I can
I've been
find
to
it.
Kyle Field many times. Now, maybe there's a reason I haven't noticed the last few times, but
Well, that's also fair.
I wasn't looking for a pool, man.
No.
Of course, it was on a story, so it's gone.
I will have to check this out next time I make one. I'm gonna get there extra early. Just go on a hunt for this mysterious
Yeah.
pool.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
find this thing.
Oh God, that's just first time. #1 overall seed doesn't even make it out of the supers. Make it out of the regionals.
So apparently there used to be.
They have redone a lot of the area again.
No, look. I guess it's just like one of the high-rise things.
Oh, but it's all okay, but it's like part of the school's stuff.
Oh, is it?
It's A&M in the center. Well, it's College Station. Somebody
Like, look.
that owns that could definitely do that.
Like they were just hanging out in that pool, just swimming.
But that's like
chilling.
that's like across the street, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
okay.
right by, like,
I got you.
look how close it is.
Yeah.
So they said there
It's a
used to be
hotel
like
and conference center.
So there used to be like a Canes pool, like right next to the stadium, like in the 70s.
Mm. It says the hotel and conference center that's right by Kyle Field. Texas A&M Hotel and Conference Center.
Did not know that existed. That's a hell of a place to. If you could see from there, that'd be really awesome.
Yeah.
Just chill in the pool and watch the game. But
Yeah.
You can overlook Reveille too.
just,
Probably, the graveyard's probably nearby.
I don't know where that's situated as compared to where they have all the markers at.
I've been to College Station a few times. I don't remember a lot of it.
No. Same.
That's pretty common
Yeah.
amongst most people's experience at College Station.
Yeah.
Again,
Dude,
if you're gonna be a fan of this school, you don't really have a choice but to
dude,
do all that.
when I was in college, it was the most unbelievable deal. Every time we'd go to College Station, the day we'd get in, we'd go to Walmart. They had $9.99 30 packs of Bud Ice. And that's what I would drink all weekend.
Bud Ice.
That's 33 cents a beer if you're
Yeah.
doing math. Unbelievable deal.
You get what you pay for.
Oh, dude, it was great. As a college kid, it was
As
awesome.
college kids, you get what gets the job done.
Yeah, it was awesome,
It
dude.
gets the job done, that's for sure.
Definitely did. Got the job done plenty. Just gotta make sure they're super cold and you're all right.
Yep, there you go.
Hey, after you get past the first 2 or 3, they all taste the
Yeah.
same anyways.
Exactly.
For
It-
sure.
It levels out.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah. But yeah,
I got nothing else.
yeah, it's good. We'll call it, dude.
Well, sorry for A&M losing
Yeah,
out on their
that's tough.
regional here. So.
Hey man, somebody on this podcast has to have some down stuff. So
I feel like it's every week with you.
it really is.
I was gonna say it's
every
you way more than anybody
single
else. so-
week, man. Like I can't catch a break. Not. Hey.
Well, don't worry, we got the SEC tournament coming up too. So.
Oh, we'll lose to Mississippi State Tuesday. No, actually, again, Aggie, they would find a way to like.
Go to the final. And
Yes,
lose,
and lose.
and
They
still
really
not get
would. They would find a way. Like that would be the very, very, very common, or that would be very much an A&M thing to do.
Yep.
We'll see how that goes.
Wait and see.
What's just crazy is you literally go to Georgia and take a game as well. Like you get swept at home by Mizzou.
Who also, we'll finish that out. Mizzou did get swept, so they officially finished 3-27.
Oof.
Jesus, man.
And all three of those very important wins came right there in College Station.
Go right down the toilet.
Crazy. I mean, you could hang a banner for that.
Yeah. Swept the at one point number one.
Who
team
swept
in
the number
nation.
one, the preseason number one for our only 3 SEC wins?
Yeah, that's tough.
Coming for a season that for both programs had so much promise. I did not expect to be this at this point in May, and they're both.
Dude,
at
but there
home.
is some good on this. For you, it's officially football season. Think about that.
Nah, we don't talk about track on here, but we're in peak track season.
Oh, are they good?
No, not. I'm just track fan.
Yeah.
No, the conference was this weekend. They got women got second, men got like fourth. I think.
Who won track?
Georgia won the women's, and I don't remember who won the men's. Arkansas probably. Arkansas usually does. They're really good, but the biggest thing they did not win the 4x4, which that's kind of like their thing. They
I was
always
gonna say it's usually the one like there.
yeah. Georgia won on the men's side, which kind of Florida was highly expected to win it, but
Dude, what? Again, I don't know times and stuff. Like some of those kids at the Texas relays, like how would they fare like in the SEC championship?
not well.
Like the kids who run like the 9.8.
Oh well, like they
in the
could.
100.
They could.
Or the kid that ran a sub 2200. Like, is that happening at SEC?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
But like,
yeah.
I mean, they would do just fine because those same kids would also do fine nationally. But like the SEC is like just a pre-national meet. Like a lot of the like if you go when you were looking at the rankings for the national rankings in the final of the 400, like
It's all SEC.
yeah, like it's like 4 of them.
So what you're saying is it's harder to win the conference
yeah.
track meet than the national championship.
See,
Yeah.
actually, yes, because like the national meet, there's so many.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. Like teams that win their conferences do not. You would assume they would just go on, but they do not go on and just win a national meet because you don't. And you can have the vice versa can happen. You can lose your conference and go win that. Go win that. Arkansas's done it before as well. They've had people banged up and didn't, or people that were hurt. So you have it's not till the first week in June to national. Well, you got to qualify at regionals first, but you can give them a couple more weeks off and qualify. Yeah, track's different. Track is different because there's so many events and teams. You have all your people at your conference meet, but you might only qualify 5 people to nationals.
Right.
So, yeah. But track's fun. And Corpus we had our first 800 winner in conference history. Swept the 800, men's and women's this
Nice.
weekend.
I want to say Texas State actually did pretty well too. I saw
I
like
think
their.
I think they were conference champ. They won the Sun Belt.
I think they won the women's and men's.
Yeah.
Actually.
They usually place very high in Sun Belt. Usually they won it when I was in school
Yeah.
multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
track,
we did
track
not win.
school.
Yeah, yeah.
God, nothing else.
Yeah.
Shoot, Texas State has that kid. He's going to Texas State, the one that set the national record at the state meet a few weeks ago in the hurdles.
Oh, really?
Kid from Corsicana.
Yeah, that
Oh.
ran like 35-4 in the
He's
3-minute
won
hurdles.
Texas State.
He ran 13-2 in the 110.
That was what I was telling you about.
13-2 would have won SEC. No, it wouldn't have. 13-2 would have got 4th this week at SECs
Why is he going to Texas State?
because he was not that good before. Like this has been like a
Just like came out of nowhere.
meteoric rise.
Yeah, but transfer portal, dude.
Oh, he may not stay. He may not stay there. He
Yeah.
could, but yeah.
Maybe getting calls now.
I think he might be a twin. I think there might be Texas State. Anyway, Texas State has a good hurdle group coming in.
It's good to have something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's better more than I got, man. Way more than I got. Just got bundles of misery. Yeah, and if you want to say I pivot to football season, great. What the hell am I pivoting to?
No, I
Because-
was gonna make the joke.
Yeah,
but-
I don't know what I'm pivoting to besides 8-4, 7-5, baby.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I can't wait to do the freaking.
A preview's gonna be fun.
Oh, I can't wait for
Yeah.
previews, man. I'm ready.
Coming in July.
God, it's just freaking summer, just starting.
That's right.
I'm ready.
We could do a little teaser next week. We can all like bring a team that like we're excited about, that like under the radar. Not like don't bring Penn State. That's projected to be like
Yeah.
number one. Like a team that you think
Syracuse, dude.
You just run it back. Just run it back.
Common core.
Then we
baby.
can get a little college football going. We can do something. Like bring
There you
something to
go.
the table
Yeah.
next week.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
All right, we appreciate everybody listening. Thanks for listening, liking, subscribing. Tell your friends, tell your family.